Hey everyone, welcome to episode 6 of Injustice 2 Character Talks, and this video is going to be on Brainiac, and I just did a reaction and review to his gameplay trailer. I also have a reaction and review of the Shadowlands Part 5 trailer that revealed him. So, we're going to talk about Brainiac, and I'm going to read from my encyclopedia, and I'm going to read from the DC database wiki. So, Brainiac first appeared in Action Comics number 242 in July of 1958. He is a villain. His real name is Real Dox. I think that's how you say it. His occupation is Cyber Conqueror. Base is mobile. His height varies. His eyes are red. He has no hair. His special powers and abilities include a vast superior intelligence limited only by the technology that it currently inhabits. Knowledge of the universe is unparalleled, yet its hubris and emotions restrict its potential. Brainiac has had multiple forms over the years. Brainiac has been constantly upgraded. The skull-shaped vessel, shown in this picture in my encyclopedia, attempted an attack on the Earth. It took Superman and other heroes to repel the invasion and avoid panic in the skies. And the skull-shaped vessel thing you see in his trailer and in the Shadowlands Part 5 trailer. So it's there. So, once Scientist Prime on distant Kolu, Real Dox attempted to overthrow his technologically advanced world supreme authority. Dox paid for his rebellion by being disintegrated, yet somehow his computer-like mind remained intact, traveling thousands of light years to Earth using his vast telepathic and psychokinetic abilities. He possessed the body of a sideshow mentalist named Milton Fine to become the power-hungry Brainiac. When Fine's body proved too frail to contain Brainiac's power consciousness, he sought more suitable hosts, each time coming into opposition with Superman. And it shows a picture of him first meeting Superman. So, remake and remodel. In the course of his attempts to conquer Earth, Brainiac has upgraded himself many times, even inhabiting the body of Superman's nemesis Doomsday. Brainiac downloaded his evolved alien psyche into a flawless android shell to become Brainiac 2.5 and threaten Earth with his Omega Spears. These weapons generated an energy web that could shatter the world. After Superman thwarted his scheme, Brainiac 2.5 attempted to increase his personal power by linking all the world's computers, but instead created a portal that enabled his massive, all-powerful future self. Brainiac 13, that's his all-powerful future self, to enter the 21st century, and it took the combined efforts of Brainiac 2.5, Lex Luthor, and Superman to stop the computer tyrant. While the B-13 persona was trapped in the Kryptonian warsuit, Brainiac's modern-day incarnation was trapped within the infant body of Lex's daughter, Lena. So, that's interesting, but I do remember seeing something about Lena being Lex's daughter in the universe, but that's also his adoptive sister in one storyline. To save Metropolis from both present and future androids, Luthor was forced to bargain away his own daughter. At least B-13 did help Earth stave off the threat of the cosmic conqueror Imperiex. Superman helped teleport the android to the dawn of creation. There, Brainiac 13's energies, coupled with the Big Bang itself, created two vast explosions that scattered Brainiac's consciousness over 60 trillion light years of space and time. Brainiac came back even from this, using a future descendant, Brainiac 8 Indigo, in a plot to destroy the Outsiders. And the B-13 incarnation nearly destroyed Superman and overwrote the entire city of Metropolis. And this also shows a picture of the other versions, like Brainiac 2.5. So, that's basically all my encyclopedia says for Brainiac. Very interesting character. I will give him that. So, that's cool. So, we're gonna read from the DC database. So, basically, we're gonna say what Brainiac is. Brainiac is a super intelligent alien being from the planet Kolu who has fought Superman many times. He has extremely advanced mental abilities that have allowed him to work through numerous robotic and even human proxies, make him a dangerously formidable opponent. It is difficult to tell whether you're dealing with the original Brainiac or when his drones. His obsession with knowledge has led him to shrink down many cities. I don't know why it's sites. I couldn't read it right. Shrink down many cities to bottle size for transportation on his skull ship, which is the vessel that I was talking about, including Kandor on Krypton. He's a frequent ally of Lex Luthor and has been a member of the Anti-Justice League. Brainiac was created by Otto Binder and Al Pacino, first appearing in Action Comics number 242 in 1958. So we're going to read his whole little wiki because it's not very long. Alright, so it's not very long. So I'm going to read the whole thing and then give my thoughts on him. So let's see what this little thing says. Oh, he has a daughter. Okay. So his real name is Vril Dox. I think that's how you say it. I'm not sure. His current alias is Brainiac. His aliases include Abacus, Brainwim, Collector World, Mind 2, and Numanoid. His relatives include Cyborg Superman, which is his creation, and Techni, which is his daughter. He is a villain. His base of operations is his skull vessel, his skull ship. His identity is public identity. His marital status is single. Characteristics: male, eyes black, hair, no hair. So my wiki, it says his eyes are black. In my encyclopedia, it says his eyes are red. So he's changed throughout his time as a character, I'm guessing, obviously. Because they said there's been many incarnations, so that's okay. His universe of origin is Prime Earth. He and his creators are Otto Binder and Al Pacino, which I went over. So his wiki, and history of Brainiac is: on Yod Kolu, a great scientist named Vril Dox developed an advanced artificial intelligence named Computo. Using it, Dox dared to look further than anyone ever before into the fifth dimension. However, he discovered what appeared to be a war and forecast the destruction of his world and so many others by a force he christened the Multitude. He tried various methods to stop this force, from experimenting on his son to petitioning the government, but none of it worked, and he was arrested to be exiled. So Dox took a drastic step. He used Computo to build an army of robots, shrunk the city where he and his family lived, packed it into a spaceship, and left his world to burn. Merging with Computo and copying himself into an army of spaceships, Dox set out to save worlds from the Multitude by saving the pinnacles of their culture in force field bottles using miniaturization. He became the collector of worlds. Whenever he encounters a world that is on the list, he takes control of the world's infrastructure, makes an army of robots to get him the things he wants, saves it all in one city, then miniaturizes it and freezes it. The locals in return refer to him by the name of the most advanced local computer system on the planet, Noma. He was Numanoid. On Brainiac, it was Mind 2. On Krypton, he became Brainiac 1.0. or Brainiac 1.0, and finally on Earth he is the Internet. Okay. That makes sense though. So, now we're on to the Men of Steel. A collector ship came to save Earth, parking in Trans-Uranian space. It made contact with the only humans smart enough to talk to it, Lex Luthor, trading scientific advice for information on Earth. It decided that Metropolis would be the city it miniaturized. However, its plan hit a snag in the form of Superman, a Kryptonian. Convinced that it needed him to complete its representation of Krypton, the bottle city of Kandor. It tried to fight him personally, but the collector left itself open to digital attack, and Superman managed to take it over using the Brainiac computer and a ship that brought him to Earth. The ship was Superman's base for some years, floating in Earth orbit. However, under as yet unseen circumstances, he moved to the Fortress of Solitude at Earth's North Pole. Several years later, it was revealed that Brainiac had released a process during his capture of Metropolis, which turned 20 ordinary humans into powerful telepathic. He hoped to use one of them as a host, but the telepaths, left alone, quietly acquired power for themselves. So they weren't having it, sounds like. So now we're on to the elite. The main collector ship traveled to Krypton when it heard that Jor-El, one of their scientists, had successfully repelled the multitude. However, by the time it got to Krypton, the planet was beginning to fall apart, and everyone was dead. Or no, not everyone. The planet was beginning to fall apart, and Jor-El was dead. Hoping to recreate Jor, the collector searched among the survivors, finding Zor-El, a brother. The collector wiped Zor's memory, rewrote his DNA using samples of his brother's blood, enhanced his body with technology, and gave him a suit decorated with the standard of the House of El, naming the result as the ultimate Kryptonian, which is Cyborg Superman, which is Kara's dad, basically, but with his brother's blood infused into him, and he's a cyborg. The collector sent him into the universe to find exceptional things and bring them back. The collector ship, now answering to Brainiac after its time on Krypton, passed near the planet of Tolerance in the Tenebrian Dominion. Whatever its plans, it found itself opposed by an undercover Green Lantern and a ragtag group of mercenaries and rebels. It passed on. Brainiac later found its way to Inoxia, where Cyborg Superman had found a Kryptonian dying of kryptonite poisoning. While trying to keep her alive, Cyborg Superman's memories came back to a degree, and Brainiac had to fight him off, allowing the rogue Kryptonian to escape. Okay, so now we're on to the Superman doomed situation. And then I think it goes on to the little notes section. Okay, so we're on Doomed now, and it will go back up for me to read it. Why won't this load? Okay. Making contact with the Phantom Zone prisoner Zadu, Brainiac concocted a plan to destroy Superman. One part of the plan involved a monster nicknamed Doomsday, taking advantage of a Kryptonian prophecy about a great monster that would destroy a warrior of the House of El. The second of their plan was to take advantage of the previous Brainiac's discovery that his brain was compatible with human physiology. Looking for the 20, he discovered that Lois Lane had mind powers now, using her as his agent on the ground. The plan could begin. Brainiac did something to the inhabitants of Smallville, putting the inhabitants into comas, but also making their brains broadcast a signal into space. Before Superman could investigate, Brainiac freed Doomsday from the Phantom Zone and set it loose on Earth. Stronger than before, Superman was forced to then kill Doomsday and absorb his body in an act that would mutate him into a monster. With a little prodding, Superman left Earth. At this point, Brainiac sent a fleet of ships guarded by Cyborg Superman to Earth to amplify the signal coming from Smallville and broadcast it over the entire Earth. By the time the deranged Superman returned to thwart him, Brainiac had taken control of every human on Earth and revealed the rest of his plan, which were to use these minds to give himself the power to change reality and to use that to restore his family. In a titanic psychic three-way struggle for ultimate power between Brainiac, Superman, and Lois Lane, Superman got the power and restored himself and Lois to normal before waking the human up and throwing Brainiac into a black hole. However, on the other side, Brainiac found himself face to face with a world made of splinters of destroyed universes. Brainiac seems to have survived this location, however, and was working in a lab when he was contacted by the Justice League about the possibility of future temporary recruitment into a team to save the universe from the after effects of the convergence. Very interesting. As I mentioned before, I never knew anything about Brainiac, so it's nice to learn about him. So he was created by Otto Binder and Al Plastino, first appearing in Action Comics 242. However, in the Prime Earth continuity, he first appeared as a part of the New 52 DC Universe in Action Comics, Volume 2, Number 4 by Grant Morrison and Rags Morales. This version of Brainiac is markedly different from others in that Collector Worlds is its name and Brainiac is its title, whereas for most other versions of Brainiac, the opposite is true. Another exception to the standard is the Collector Worlds of Earth 16. As I said, he is also known as Numanoid, Mind 2, and the Internet on Earth. So, there's that. He's a very interesting character so far. From what I've learned, again, I'm not that interested in playing him in Justice 2, though. But he's the main villain in the story, so that's his part in the story, so he has a huge role. He's gonna be the main boss. So there is that. He's a very cool looking character. But no, I will not be putting a lot of time into his character gameplay wise. But I'm very interested to see how the story plays out in Injustice 2 and what his main goal is, which I guess is to destroy Krypton, or to destroy Earth. So there's that. And again, since I didn't know about him really as a character, I can't really say if I like him comic book wise, but he's interesting so far. So I will say that much. And with that being said, that was Character Talk number 16 on Brainiac. And there are all many different versions of Brainiac, but I'm not going to go over all the versions. And my next Character Talk is going to be, let's see. Next one is episode 17, which is going to be Green Arrows, and I'm going to have the Flash. So those should be coming out shortly. Not today probably, but within the next day or so. And I hope you enjoyed my Brainiac one, and leave a like and a comment if you did. And thanks for watching. Bye.